Race number 1 of the evening has the Terminator, Sea Robber, OK's Morning Frost, Greg's Victory, Lonesome Phantom, JL's Bunny, Stoner Excel Patron, Liberty Gold, and Dunmore McCoy. They're off and pacing. Sea Robber off the gate looking for the lead. The Terminator moving out second. Up on the outside, racing third. Greg's Victory in the far outside. Stoner Excel Patron out there 3 deep, rushing up and looking for a good early spot as they head by the 8th into the backstretch. Sea Robber emerges with the top spot. Stoner Excel Patron settles in second. The Terminator away at the rail is third. Parked out fourth is Greg's Victory, followed in fifth by Dunmore McCoy. Next in line, OK's Morning Frost from 6, holding down the 7 spot as they continue on past the opening quarter and into the turn. Out front, leading the way by 1.5 lengths. That is Sea Robber. On the inside, Stoner Excel Patron is traveling second. Greg's Victory gets the parking ticket third. The Terminator fourth. Dunmore McCoy to the outside in 5. Racing sixth as they continue off the turn is OK's Morning Frost, 29 and 2/5 seconds was the opening quarter in front of the grandstand for time 1 as they check in at the half. It's still Sea Robber by 1 length. Stoner Excel Patron getting a good journey second. A tough trip for Greg's Victory on the outside third. The Terminator is fourth. Dunmore McCoy from 5. OK's Morning Frost has 6. JL's Bunny racing from 7. Lonesome Phantom has 8 and treading the field Liberty Gold. They move down the backside for the final time, the half in 1:01 and 1/5 seconds. Sea Robber continuing to chart the path. Stoner Excel Patron right there second. Here comes Dunmore McCoy now gaining ground quickly on the outside and moving up to challenge Sea Robber for the lead as they check in at the 3/4. On the inside, Sea Robber, Dunmore McCoy on the outside to challenge. Stoner Excel Patron traveling third. The Terminator moving to the outside, fourth. They move on past the 7/8 on the outside. Dunmore McCoy taking over. Sea Robber is second. Stoner Excel Patron is racing third. On the limb, fourth is the Terminator. They make the final turn, 1:32 and 4 the 3/4. They straighten out through the lane for the final time. Dunmore McCoy opening up now to 3. Sea Robber second. Stoner Excel Patron is racing third, but it's all Dunmore McCoy finishing second. It's close. It could be on the inside. OK's Morning Frost, then Sea Robber. Victory Lane, the first race winner, number 9, Dunmore McCoy, a 6-year-old brown gelded son of Chiola Hanover, but the Anna McLean of Truro, trained and driven by George McLean. The mile in 2:03 and 3/5. Race number 2 of the evening, Tammy's Pride, R.E.'s Lois, Firm Footing, Davies Lady, Dexter's Jane, Dunville Hope, Zipper Bell, and Book Boom. They're off and pacing. R.E.'s Lois off the gate looking for the early lead as they race into the first turn. Davies Lady away second, Dexter's Jane 3 wide is third, and the inside Firm Footing is settled in fourth. Dunville Hope looks to grab a seat in 5. Away 6th and racing on the outside, that's Zipper Bell. Then we go back to Tammy's Pride and Book Boom Trail. They move down the backside onto the opening quarter. On top, R.E.'s Lois leading the way by 2 lengths. Davies Lady is parked out second. Firm Footing on the inside is traveling third. Parked out with cover is Dexter's Jane in the 4 spot. At the rail, Dunville Hope has 5. 6 is Zipper Bell. Then we go back to Tammy's Pride and Book Boom. They were by the quarter in 28 and 4/5 seconds. They move off the top turn, approaching the halfway point. R.E.'s Lois setting a brisk early quarter as they move off the top turn. R.E.'s Lois in control. On the outside, Davies Lady going a tough trip. Second, third is Firm Footing. On the limb and still covered up, Dexter's Jane in 4. On the inside, locked in 5th is Dunville Hope. Then we go back to Zipper Bell, racing 6. Book Boom in 7, and Tammy's Pride is trailing. Into the turn, they approach the 5/8, the half, 59 and 3. They continue on to the backside for the final time. R.E.'s Lois still in charge. Here comes Zipper Bell now going out 3 wide as they approach 3/4. Firm Footing on the inside, still looks for room third. Dropping back, Davies Lady on the outside 4th. Dexter's Jane is racing 5th and going 3 wide, 6, Dunville Hope. They move past 3/4. It's still R.E.'s Lois. Outside, that's Zipper Bell right there second. Firm Footing is still locked in the pocket third. Traveling 4th is Dunville Hope. They move past the 7/8. Out front, R.E.'s Lowest in control, leading it by 2. Firm Footing is looking for room on the inside. Second outside, racing third is Zipper Bell. Here comes Firm Footing to the outside to challenge R.E.'s Lowest. 1:31 and 1 3/4. R.E.'s Lowest. Firm Footing taking aim on the outside. Firm Footing is closing up to win it, finishing second. R.E.'s Lowest in the show spot goes to Dunville Hope. Victory Lane, the second race winner, A division of the 2-year-old pacing fillies. Number 3 in your card, Firm Footing. Bay Filly by Harrods. The Narrow Dam Instant Acceptance, owned by Joe Kennedy of Windsor Junction. Trained and driven to victory by Claire McDonald. Mile a new race record for Firm Footing, 2:02. Race number 3, Island LeBaron, PD Pretty, Tucson Sun, Rowdy Colt, Scallopine, Battle Schubach, Kate Finesse, Renegade Knight, and Robbie's Rhythm. They're off and pacing pretty off the gate, looking for the lead. Tucson Sun is away second, 3 wide. Rowdy Colt racing third. Island LeBaron gets away, sitting in the 4 spot as they head by the opening 8th. Scallopine away in 5. Outside and traveling from 6. As they continue by the 8th and into the backstretch for time 1 is Battle Schubach. They move on to the opening quarter. On top, PD Pretty. Here comes Rowdy Colt now charging up, looking for the top spot on the inside. Tucson Sun is third, followed by Island LeBaron in 4. Racing in 5, that's Scallopine. Battle Schubach has 6. Pacing in 7 is Robbie's Rhythm. 29 seconds was the opening quarter. Single file as they move by the 3/8. Up front, Rowdy Colt leads the way by a length. PD Pretty is giving chase second. Tucson Sun next in line third. Island LeBaron is pacing out of the 4 spot. They move up to the halfway point. Rowdy Colt shows the way a length and a half. PD Pretty is second. Here comes Tucson Sun now moving to the outside. First over third. Giving cover to Island LeBaron racing fourth. Inside in 5 is Battle Schubach. Scallopine on the outside. Looking to go 3 wide from 6. On the inside and traveling 7 is Robbie's Rhythm. Further on back and racing in 8 as they continue down the backstretch. Renegade Knight and Kate Finesse. They head for the 3/4, the half in a minute flat. It's still Rowdy Colt there by 3 parts of a length. Tucson Sun on the outside is second on the inside. PD Pretty traveling third. Battle Schubach on the outside fourth. Scallopine is 3 wide fifth. They head on to the 7/8. Rowdy Colt by 1 length. Tucson Sun on the outside. PD Pretty is looking to get out of the pocket. Out there 3 wide. Scallopine traveling third on the inside, saving ground. And racing fourth is Robbie's Rhythm. Moving off the top turn, 1:30 and 4. Rowdy Colt opening now to 2.5 lengths. On the inside and racing second is PD Pretty. Through the lane for the final time. Rowdy Colt, PD Pretty, and Robbie's Rhythm. They'll finish that way. Rowdy Colt wins it. Finishing second, PD Pretty in the show spot to Robbie's Rhythm. Now back in victory lane, the 3rd race winner, number 4, Rowdy Colt, a 7-year-old bay gelded son of Colt 46. On the Grace White of Kennecook, trained by Hollis White. We welcome back to Truro Raceway's winner's enclosure, Doug Brown. A mile for Rowdy Colt, 2:02 and 1/5. Race number 4, top of the stretch, has Classic Charm, Canal Street, Daylon Honey, Angelic Vision, Paradox, Denashton Winner, B.H. Sherry, and Surfside Almahurst. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Angelic Vision gets the first call. Classic Charm from the rail is away second. Canal Street third. Up on the limb is Paradox fourth. Up on the outside, Daylon Honey gets away in the 5 spot. They head by the 8th and into the backstretch. On top, Angelic Vision leading it by 2 lengths. Classic Charm second. Paradox keeps on going on the outside third. Gap of 2.5 back to Canal Street, traveling fourth. From 5, that's Daylon Honey. That's Paradox moving up now to clear the lead as they hit the opening quarter. Paradox will dictate the pace. Leads it by a length and a half. Racing second as they move on to the 3/8 is Angelic Vision. Classic Charm holds down the 4 spot. They continue on by the 3/8. Moving on the outside, uncovered in a 4 is Daylon Honey. Surfside Elmhurst picks up the cover in 5. Canal Straight locked in 6. Then we go back to Denashton Winner and P.H. Sherry. 28-4 the opening quarter. They continue past the halfway point. Paradox leading the way by 1 length. Angelic Vision second on the outside. Daylon Honey is moving first over third. Classic Charm locked in at the rail 4th. Surfside Elmhurst getting a good second over. Journey in 5 on the inside. Nowhere to go. Canal Straight from 6. 7th and moving on the outside is P.H. Sherry, and the trailer is the Ashton Winner. 59-4 the halfway point. Paradox leading it by 1 length. Daylon Honey keeps advancing on the outside. Moving up to engage Paradox as they hit the 3/4. In behind them, Angelic Vision is racing third. Up on the limb and traveling 4th and well spotted is Surfside Elmhurst. 3 wide in 5 is P.H. Sherry. They head on past the 7/8 on the front end. They're matching strides. Dave Wallen, Paradox, Daylon Honey, and Doug Brown. They move off the top turn. 1:29-4 the 3/4. Here comes Surfside Elmhurst with a 3 wide move third. Through the lane for the final time. Paradox. Daylon Honey in the center has taken over the lead. Daylon Honey, Surfside Elmhurst. Daylon Honey gets up to win it. Finishing second is Surfside Elmhurst. Paradox third. Back in victory lane, the 4th race winner. Number 3 in your card, Daylon Honey, a 6-year-old brown mare by Savvy Elmhurst. Owned and trained by Jack Ferguson of Tattamagush. Doug Brown with back-to-back winners. Daylon Honey winning in 2 minutes and 3/5. The cooler in the 4th race was kindly donated by the Truro Harness Horse Owners Association Ladies Auxiliary. Race number 5 of the evening, top of the stretch. A division of the 2-year-old pacing fillies has Maggie Finesse, Always Return, Bargain Herods, Island Olivia, Jackie B. Nimble, Sale of the Century, Pillar of Strength, Annie Ample, and First Quest. They are off, and pacing off the gate quickly to grab the early lead is Bargain Herods. Maggie Finesse away second up on the outside. Sale of the Century driving up looking for the lead third. Always Return comes away racing in 4. Racing in the 5 spot as they head down the backstretch for time 1 is First Quest. Island Olivia parked out. Going 3 wide is Annie Ample. Then racing from 8 down the backstretch, Jackie B. Nimble trailing the field, Pillar of Strength. They head past the opening quarter. On top by a length and a half, Sale of the Century. Bargain Herods is giving chase second. On the inside, Maggie Finesse next in line is third. Always Return takes a look 4th. 5th along the rail is First Quest. They were by the quarter in 29 and 1/5 second. The fillies make their way off the top turn, and Sale of the Century is clear by 2.5 lengths. Bargain Herods giving chase second. Maggie Finesse along the rail is traveling third. Always Return next in line 4th. Looking to the outside in 5 is First Quest. From 6 is Annie Apple. Then Island Olivia, Jackie B. Nibble, and Pillar of Strength. They continue into the bend on their way to the 5/8. It's still Sale of the Century by 2, with Bargain Herods giving chase second. The inside traveling third as they move past the 5/8. Maggie Finesse, the half in 1 minute flat. They continue down the backside for the final time. Sale of the Century continuing to chart the path. Now moving up on the outside, Maggie Finesse. In the pocket is Bargain Herods. Next in line 4th. Always Return. First Quest has 5. They move on past the 3/4. Sale of the Century trying to go wire to wire on the outside. And now challenging Maggie Finesse, but reclaiming on the inside is Bargain Herods as they move past the 7/8. Sale of the Century. Bargain Herods still now second as they continue off the top turn. 1:31 to 3/4. Sale of the Century. Bargain Herods moving to the outside to challenge. First Quest is 3 wide third. Through the lane they come for the final time. Sale of the Century still in control. Bargain Herods trying to close in. Sale of the Century. Bargain Herods on the outside. Sale of the Century holding on. Bargain Herods second. Third is First Quest. Back in victory lane, the 5th race winner, A division of the 2-year-old pacing fillies, number 6, Sale of the Century. Bay Daughter of Herod's of the Dam Jericho Plaza, by Everett Stewart of Sherwood PEI, trained and driven to victory by Clarkie Smith. The mile in 2:03 and 2/5 becomes a new race record. Race number 6 of the evening has Radiant Skipper, Charlotte's Fame, Just a Little Action, Super Bowl Shuffle, Sherwood Finesse, Rockin' and Rollin', 3 A's and a C, 10 Talon Scott, and MD Apple Betty. They are off and pacing. 10 Talon Scott from the far outside, Super Bowl Shuffle, and down at the rail is Radiant Skipper. They move into the first turn, heading for the opening 8th. Super Bowl Shuffle emerges with the top spot. 10 Talon Scott up on the limb is 2nd. Radiant Skipper away at the rail is 3rd. Away 4th is Just a Little Action. Settling in 5, Sherwood Finance parked out, Rockin' and Rollin' racing from 6. Charlotte's Fame is traveling at the rail in 7. From 8 is MD Apple Betty, and 3 A's and a C is trailing the field. They head past the opening quarter. 10 Talon Scott being parked out by Super Bowl Shuffle. A gap of 4 lengths back to Radiant Skipper racing 3rd. Next in line, Just a Little Action is 4th. Now gathered back is 10 Talon Scott to grab the pocket. 28 and 1 the opening quarter. Super Bowl Shuffle leads them off the top turn. 10 Talon Scott is racing 2nd. Next in line, Radiant Skipper from 3. Just a Little Action takes a look. 4th, 5th is Sherwood Finesse. Rockin' and Rollin' has 6. Racing on the outside in 7 is Charlotte's Fame. Then MD Apple Betty and 3 A's and a C. Can see them all as they dip into the bend. Moving to the 5/8. 57 and 2 the half. Super Bowl Shuffle continues to set a brisk pace, leading it by a length and a half. On the inside, 10 Talon Scott in pursuit. 2nd, Radiant Skipper is 3rd. Just a Little Action moving to the outside. 4th. 5th, on the inside is Sherwood Finance. Rockin' and Rollin' up on the outside has 6. They continue past 3/4. Just a Little Action gaining ground on the outside is moving up to confront Super Bowl Shuffle. 10 Talon Scott dropping back 3rd. Radiant Skipper 4th, 3 wide and pacing in 5 as they continue past the 7/8 is Rockin' and Rollin'. 127 and 2. They move off the top turn. Super Bowl Shuffle by half a length. Just a Little Action. The outside is 2nd. 10 Talon Scott trying to hang on for 3rd. Through the stretch, Super Bowl Shuffle. Just a Little Action. Super Bowl Shuffle will prevail. 2nd is Just a Little Action. 10 Talon Scott finishing 3rd. Back in victory lane, the 6th race winner, number 4 in your current Super Bowl Shuffle, a 7-year-old son of Ralph Hanover, with the RG Group Limited, Bathurst, New Brunswick, trained and driven to victory by Henry Smallwood. Super Bowl Shuffle picks up a new race record, 158 flat. Race number 7 of the evening, Atlantic Siren Stakes 2-year-old pacing filly B division has Color Me Amber, I've Got Control, Blue Nukes, Beer for Susan, Return of Alf, LEB, Booney, Lulu Blue, Roll On Rebel, and a Miss Lee J. They are off and pacing on the inside. Color Me Amber's away looking for the lead. Driving up on the limb, Return of Alf is racing 2nd. Up wide, LEB is 3rd. On the inside and getting away in the 4 spot, Miss Lee J. I've Got Control takes a seat in 5. Booney on the limb has 6. Down the backstretch, Lulu Blue racing from 7. Roll On Rebel has 8. On the outside, Beer for Susan is 9th. And a 10th and trailing the field. As they move past the opening quarter is Blue Nukes. Seating arrangements are complete. Single file as they move past the opening station. Out front and showing the way, Return of Elf by 1 length. Color Me Amber is 2nd. Here comes I've Got Control, moving first up on the outside, 3rd. On the inside, locked in 4th, Miss Lee J. Booney following cover on the limb from 5. They head off the top turn. 30 seconds was the opening quarter. They move in front of the grandstand for time 1 as they approach the halfway point. On top, Return of Elf now being pressured by I've Got Control. Color Me Amber is getting a good journey, locked in the pocket, racing 3rd. Up on the limb and with cover, that's Booney Racing in 4. Locked in at the rail, Miss Lee J has 5. Roll On Rebel 6. LAB has 7. Racing from 8 as they move down the backstretch. Lulu Blue. They continue down the backside. 103 was the halfway point on top. It's still Return of Elf by 1 length. I've Got Control on the outside, giving chase second. They move down the backstretch, approaching 3/4. I've Got Control now, forging to the top. Here comes Booney on the outside. Dropping back, Return of Alpha at the rail is now racing third. They continue on to the 7/8. I've Got Control has control by 3 parts of a length. Outside, Booney is second. Moving up on the limb, Roll On Rebel now sitting third. 1:35 to 3/4, 1/8 left to come. I've Got Control leading it by 2 lengths. Booney giving chase second. Roll On Rebel on the outside third. They make the final turn. Through the lane they come. I've Got Control now striding out by 3 lengths. Booney racing second. I've Got Control. Booney, I've Got Control. Will win it. Second is Booney in the show spot. Goes to Lulu Blue. Now parading back in victory lane, the winner of race 7, B division of the 2-year-old pacing fillies, number 2, I've Got Control. A bay daughter of Joe G. Hanover out of the Dam Demand Control, owned by Paul Banks of St. John, trained by Anthony Haig. Doug Brown picking up his 3rd winning drive of the evening. The mile for I've Got Control, 2:07 4/5. Race number 8 of the evening has Snow Scooter, Casimir Judge, Township Mimi, Strikers Rich, Oyster Stew, Nautilus Bobby, Charitz, Omaha Gambler, and Diamond Almahurst. They're off and pacing at the railway, looking for the latest Snow Scooter. Driving up on the outside, Township Mimi. Settling in is Casimir Judge 3rd. Wide racing 4th is Oyster Stew. Down at the rail and traveling in 5, Diamond Almahurst. Up on the limb and traveling from 6 as they move down the backstretch. Nautilus Bobby. Away in 7 is Strikers Rich. Charitz has 8. Omaha Gambler is 9th and trailing the field. They continue on to the opening quarter. On top, leading the way, is Snow Scooter by 1 length. Driving up on the outside and racing 2nd is Township Mimi. It's Oyster Stew driving up. Now to take over the lead on the inside and racing 2nd as they continue by the 3/8 Snow Scooter. He moving out now, looking to reclaim the lead. Township Mimi next in line is 3rd. Off the turn and through the stretch, they approach the halfway point. Opening quarter in 29 seconds flat. Snow Scooter has reclaimed, leading it by 1.5 lengths. Here comes Diamond Almahurst on the outside 2nd. Along the rail, Oyster Stew is 3rd. Up on the outside, racing 4th as they dip into the turn. Now is Bobby. At the rail, locked in 5 is Township Mimi. Then we go back into 6 and Casimir Judge. Strikers Rich is racing from 7. In the 8 spot into the backstretch, Omaha Gambler, and trailing the field is Charitz. They were by the half in 59 1/5 second. They approach 3/4. Snow Scooter in control. On the outside, Diamond Almahurst is racing 2nd. In the pocket, Oyster Stew is 3rd. Township Mimi next in line is racing 4th. Strikers Rich coming 3 wide in 5. They head for the upper turn. Snow Scooter is still the boss by 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Diamond Almahurst still right there 2nd. Township Mimi is coming 3 wide 3rd. Locked in at the rail 4th is Oyster Stew. 1:29 1 3/4. They straighten out through the lane for the final time. Diamond Almahurst with the lead. Township Mimi on the outside. Diamond Almahurst. Township Mimi on the outside. Township Mimi gets up to win it. Diamond Almahurst 2nd. Oyster Stew 3rd. Back in victory lane, the 8th race winner, number 3 in your current Township Mimi, a 10-year-old mare by Meadow Weston. Owned by Steve Morton, North Wiltshire PEI, trained by Sean Dixon, Dave Wall doing the driving. The mile for Township Mimi, 2 minutes and 4/5. Cooler in race 8, kindly donated by New Best Painting. Mr. Wayne Gooday making the presentation. Race number 9 of the evening, top of the stretch, Boyle Almahurst, Fonzie Bye Bye, Pepper Allen, another Springer, Bo Barlow, Logs Eagle, Blue Again, Stramachi, and Gazert. They're off and pacing. Bo Barlow from the outside is away looking for the lead at the rail. Boyle Almahurst also driving out is Fonzie Bye Bye, 3 wide, another Springer. They battle for the lead as they head by the opening 8th. They're 4 deep on the inside. Boyle Almahurst comes away on top. On the inside and getting away second is Gazert. Caught out 3 wide in the early going. He's another Springer third. On the inside, Fonzie Bye Bye is racing fourth. Next in line and pacing in 5 is Bo Barlow. They continue on to the 3/8 with number 1, Boyle Almahurst, on top by 1 length. On the inside, Gazert gets away in the garden spot. Next in line third, another Springer. Coming up on the outside, first over, Logs Eagle in 4. 28-3, the opening quarter. They move off the top turn, approaching the halfway point. Boyle Almahurst continues to chart the path by 1 length. Getting a golden journey is Gazert second. Logs Eagle moving first over third. Locked in, another Springer is fourth. Up on the limb with cover. And racing in 5 is Bo Barlow at the rail. Fonzie Bye Bye has 6. Pepper Allen from 7. Racing in 8 as they continue down the backstretch is Blue Again, and Stramachi is trailing the field. 58-3 was the half. They continue on to the 3/4. Boyle Almahurst clear by 2.5, 3 lengths. On the inside, that's Gazert second. Logs Eagle the outside third. Bo Barlow is pacing fourth. Fonzie Bye Bye in 5. Dropping back, another Springer has 6. They head on to the upper turn. Boyle Almahurst the one to catch, still there by 2 lengths. On the inside, Gazert giving chase second. Logs Eagle third. Bo Barlow on the limb is racing fourth, followed by Fonzie Bye Bye fifth. 3/4 in 1:27-3. They move off the top turn and straighten out through the lane for the final time. Boyle Almahurst still there by 2.5. Gazert racing second on the outside. Fonzie Bye Bye. It's all Boyle Almahurst finishing second. Is Gazert. It looks like Fonzie Bye Bye third. Back in victory lane, the 9th race winner, number 1, Boyle Almahurst, 4-year-old son of Log, by Roderick Polly of Amherst, trained and driven by Doug Polly Sr. Boyle Almahurst getting a new race record, 1:58 and 3/5. Race number 10, top of the stretch, Atlantic Sire Stakes 2-year-old pacing filly A division, Lonesome Alana, Ashton Dexter, Charlotte's Ritzy, Clonmel Carolines, Magic Dexter, Ferguts, Woodmere Classy, Edgewater Amber, and Charlotte's Amy. They're off and pacing off the gate. Ashton Dexter looking for the lead. Lonesome Alana driving out second. Up on the far outside, Magic Dexter is away third. Dropping in at the rail and racing fourth is Charlotte's Ritzy. They continue by the 8th into the backstretch. Ashton Dexter quickly opens to 3 lengths. Magic Dexter away second off stride. Lonesome Alana moving up into the 3 spot. Woodmere Classy from 4 is Charlotte as they move past the opening quarter. Charlotte's Ritzy out front, leading it by 1 length is the number 2 entry, Ashton Dexter. Magic Dexter is sitting second. Next in line, Woodmere Classy is taking a look at a 3, holding down the 4 spot. Charlotte's Ritzy from 5, Charlotte's Amy. 6th, Clonmel Carolines. On the outside, Ferguts has 7. Lonesome Alana back pacing in 8. 9th and treading and moving to the outside is Edgewater Amber. They move off the top turn. 29 seconds was the opening quarter through the stretch and past the halfway point. On top, leading it by 2 lengths, Ashton Dexter. Magic Dexter getting a good journey second. On the inside, Woodmere Classy is third. Charlotte's Ritzy moving up on the outside 4th. That flushes on the outside and moving into the backstretch. Magic Dexter to the outside. 1-1 was the half. On to the backside for the final time. Ashton Dexter now being confronted by Magic Dexter. Inside, traveling third, is Woodmere Classy as they move on past the 3/4. It's still Ashton Dexter by half a length outside. is Magic Dexter second. Woodmere Classy is racing third. Charlotte's Ritzy the outside fourth. Clonmel Carolyn's on the inside is fifth. They head on to the upper turn. Ashton Dexter looking strong out front. Magic Dexter on the outside now taking aim second. 1:31 and 4 the 3/4. Magic Dexter on the outside. On the inside and fighting gamely is Ashton Dexter. They race to the lane for the final time. Magic Dexter on the outside. Ashton Dexter on the inside. Magic Dexter reaching up to win it second is Ashton Dexter in the show spot to Woodmere Classy. Back in victory lane, the winner of race 10, A division of the 2-year-old fillies, number 5, Magic Dexter. A black daughter of Paris Dexter out of the dam Magic Town by Ralph Anair, trained and driven by Ralph Anair. That's 6:46 for Magic Dexter. Picking up a new race record in just 2/5 of a second off the 2-year-old filly track record, 2:01 and 2/5. Race number 11 of the evening has Blitzy Treasure, Monarch, Cash Under the Table, Hawkeye Charamar, Harrier, Entirely Mike's, Allen's Birthday, and Who's Your General. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Blitzy Treasure from the rail is a way to grab the early lead. Driving up on the outside, Harrier with Who's Your General down inside, away third. Pacing in the 4 spot as they head by the opening 8th is Monarch from 5 as they continue into the backstretch for time 1 is Cash Under the Table. They head for the opening quarter. Out front, Blitzy Treasure will show the way by a length and a half. Who's Your General right there second. Pacing out the rail is Harrier third. Monarch takes a look fourth. Cash Under the Table in 5. Then Hawkeye Charamar has 6 in 7. Is Entirely Mike's. Allen's Birthday is 8th and treading the field. Single file as they approach the 3/8. Blitzy Treasure and Paul McDonnell lead it by 1 length. Sitting in the pocket is Who's Your General. Harrier next in line, third. Monarch fourth. Here comes Hawkeye Charamar up on the limb from 5. They round the top turn. 28 and 3 was the opening quarter. Approaching the halfway point, with Blitzy Treasure continuing to be the boss by a length and a half. On the inside, Who's Your General getting a golden trip second. Harrier coming first up, third, giving cover to Monarch on the limb fourth. Cash Under the Table traveling fifth. Hawkeye Charamar has 6. Entirely Mike's from 7. And Allen's Birthday can see them all. 58 and 4 was the half. They continue down the backside for the final time. Blitzy Treasure still there by 1 length. Who's Your General enjoying a perfect journey second. On the limb third, that's Harrier. Monarch traveling fourth. Hawkeye Charamar starting up 3 wide in 5. On the inside, Cash Under the Table has 6. They continue on to the upper turn. Out front, Blitzy Treasure continues to show the way 3 parts of a length. Harrier sitting second. Inside, Who's Your General third. On the limb within striking range, Hawkeye Charamar is fourth. 1:28 and 4 the 3/4. They make the final turn. It's Blitzy Treasure trying to hold the lead. Harrier on the outside. Who's Your General awaits the passing lane. Hawkeye Charamar on the far outside. 4 of them across the track. Blitzy Treasure, and Blitzy Treasure holds on to win it. It's tight in a 3-way photo for place. Twelfth and final dash of the evening has Canico Victory, Are You Honorable, Selkirk Gable, Tigers, Monaco, Ankin Hot Heels, Fireson, Eastern Nelly, Race Me Marble, and Portobello Count. They're off and pacing, and as they leave the gate at the rail, Canico Victory's away looking for the early lead. Ankin Hot Heels fires out alertly from the outside. Selkirk Gable in the center is racing third. Down inside, away fourth, Are You Honorable. Count 3 wide, Eastern Nelly from 5. On the inside, traveling 6th, Portobello Count. Gathered back, Tigers Ronico to find a seat in 7. Fireson has 8. And 9th and treading the field is Race Me Marble. They continue past the opening quarter. From the outside, Ankin Hot Heels drives on to take over the top spot. Canico Victory sits second. The inside, traveling third, is Selkirk Gable Eastern Nelly parked out fourth. Canico Victory now coming out of the pocket, looking to recapture the top spot, and Canico Victory recaptures the lead on the inside second. As they move by the 3/8 is Ankin Hot Heels Eastern Nelly parked out fourth. Portobello Count on the outside with cover in 5. 29-1 the opening quarter. They race through the stretch and past the halfway point, led by Canico Victory. In the pocket is Ankin Hot Heels parked out Eastern Nelly racing third. On the inside and pacing out of 4 as they dip into the turn. And on to the 5/8 is Selkirk Gable coming up 3 wide on the outside. That's Fireson. They were by the half in 1 minute flat. Down the backside for the final time. Canico Victory continuing to chart the path. Second is Ankin Hot Heels. Fireson continues to advance on the outside. He's out there 3 wide and taking aim at the leaders. They move past the 3/4. Canico Victory now being confronted on the outside by Fireson. Ankin Hot Heels moving to the outside. Third, Portobello Count is racing fourth. They head on to the 7/8. Fireson on the outside now forging to the top. Second along the rail is Canico Victory. Ankin Hot Heels moving to the outside. Third, Portobello Count is fourth. They move past the 7/8. 1:31 and 2, the 3/4. On the outside, that's Fireson. Canico Victory second. Ankin Hot Heels on the outside is racing third. Through the stretch for the final time. Fireson leads them home. Ankin Hot Heels on the outside trying to close in, but Fireson will win it for Doug Brown. Second is Ankin Hot Heels in the show spot to Canico Victory. Now back in Victory Lane, the 12th race winner, number 6 in your card, Fireson, a 6-year-old son of Flight of Fire, owned by Judy Gooday of Truro, trained by Blair Laffin. Doug Brown picking up his 4th winning drive on the evening. Mile for Fireson, 2:01 and 3/5. Cooler in the 12th race, donated by Ryan's IGA. Mr. Steve Govan making the presentation.